Hello everyone, welcome in next episode. As you can see, the winter may finally have arrived to southeast England. We have only 2 degrees Celsius this morning. Okay, not much going on, it's still winter, so it's a good time to put some rain catchment, harvesting system on my shed. And my water source is not that far from here, it's just there. So I'm not that concerned about the main plot, but since I'm gonna have my greenhouse here and all the small seedlings, so this water pretty much will be used just for these seedlings, so I don't need too much. Anyway, let me show you how I'm gonna go about it. So what we have here is the water bath that I already had on my plot. All I did really is bought the new water bath tap, and this was bought in Vickers and already put it in. Now what else I have is gutter, and this one is 76 millimeters and was bought in B&Q. As a matter of fact, most of this stuff was. Again, this is the I think it's called gutter stop and outlet, so this will be on the side, and this will be connected to the 5 centimeter pipe, and which will go directly to the water bath. Also, what I have is the stop end, which will be on the other side of the gutter, and we have 2 brackets. I have only 2 brackets because there are also some brackets already on the shed, so I will try to reuse them. Also, what I bought, and this had nothing to do with water harvesting. This is protective channeling, PVC protecting channeling, but what I think it might be useful for is to help gutter water from the roof. So I'll try to make sure that the water will not go behind the gutter, and I just hope it's gonna work, because as you've seen, let me show you my shed, because it's pretty bad shape. There you go. So all I have really is this old roof, so I will have to be, probably what I'll do, I'll just get the foil around like this and then put gutters on top of them. Okay, so this is how I want it to look like at the end. So basically we're gonna have a water bath that is getting rainwater from the roof, and then the overflow will be going to this container, and then eventually from that one to the third one. Anyway, this is the most important part. So I need to make sure that it's on level, and also that the water bathtub will be easily accessible with the water can. So it has to be a bit higher than it is right now. Right, anyway, what I have for this is I have few bricks here and there. This stuff I found on the allotment, and here we have some blocks here and there. So I will try to use it and make it on as good level as possible. So we will see how it will go. Okay, so this is where we are. I've put 2 layers of bricks and try to squeeze as much soil as I can between all the cracks, just to make it more firm. And I'm not sure that's the proper way to do it, but for me it's all trial and error. I'm doing this for the first time. So the only thing I'm after really is just it's on level, and it's not gonna change this level within 2-3 years, So basically, that once this water bath is full, I don't want it to collapse. And also I just want to make sure that it's tall enough. So yeah, anyway, what I'm gonna do now is just put this bit on top, check level, and then I might be able to start working on the guttering. So let me show you how the level looks like. Now you see here, you can see that this basically is on this angle, which which is not that bad, because you know, I would rather have this water bath leaning toward the shed rather than the other way around, because it will, you know, otherwise it might just collapse. This side is pretty much good, but even though it's leaning, again, it's leaning a bit this way, which is good because it will eventually, if anything, could just collapse on these, on the other containers. So it's like, I think that all in all is good. Okay, so what I've done so far is attach one of the brackets as high as possible on one side, and then I attach the string, which then goes to this outlet end, and this shows you the angle on which it's gonna be. So you gotta have it at some angle to make sure that water will be running to the outlet. At the same time, the outlet gotta be in the correct position so the water can end up in the water bath, because if I would get it too far, you know, this is just not gonna fit. Alright, so what I need to do as well is attach the bracket in the middle, and as you can see, this string is really helpful at that, because I can, you know, it's at the bottom of each bracket, and then I can measure this one quite well, so I can even do it a bit lower just in case. Yeah, anyway, let me attach it right now, and then we're gonna move on. Okay, so here comes the tricky part. I need to use this bit of PVC to attach it between the overhang of the roof and the gutter in a way that the drops of water will be falling into the gutter through this plastic bit, because otherwise, if I wouldn't put it, you see, there is a chance that they will just fall behind and then not end up in the water bath. So now the problem with this PVC bit, which I didn't realize, is that it's very it breaks very easily. You see, like here, luckily I have this. Yeah, really useful, you know, if you are on the plot. So yeah, thank you, Santa. I'm pretty much moved from that to this, so it's gonna be a big difference. But anyway, what it allows me to do is to drill these nice holes, which then I can use to drive the screw and attach this to the shed. So anyway, I'm gonna pre-drill a few holes here and there, and then start attaching it to the shed over there. Okay, so pretty much done. I attached this PVC bit along the shed, and I try to put as many screws as possible to have a nice and tight fit, just to make sure that there is small chance that actually the drops of water will go behind it. So now the moment of truth. Let's put some water on the shed and see if it will actually work. Right, so I got my water can. I'm just gonna stand on this pile of sod and try to put some water on the roof. Okay. Now, let's see how it works. Hey. Yeah, guys, it works. And quite nice. You see, we have some water going behind it, but you know what, it's still okay. The majority of it is still end up in the water bath, so I think we're good there. Okay, I did one last improvement, just put this water pipe clip, so now it's nice and steady, and you know, it shouldn't move when we're gonna have even the worst winds in here. And that's pretty much done. I also attached this foil so it doesn't fluff on the wind too much. And yeah, well, that's gonna be it for now. And you know, I hope that this video was in some way helpful if you want to build your own water catchment system. Although this is the simplest one you can ever build probably, but you know, as long as it works, it's cheap as well. You know, it was like £10 that I spent on it. However, I had the water butt ready. Well, anyway guys, we had some snow this morning, but as you can see now we are back to the mud. So anyway, have a great week, and I see you next weekend guys. Take care, bye.